Telling the story. So a little deeper dive into our style. Of course, I've been talking on and on and on about our style, which again, I think is very important. We want you to mesh well with our style and we want to mesh well with yours. And the way that we do that is with tights, mids, and wides, and we also shoot for sequences. And so what that means is a tight shot is just that. It's a tight shot. It's a tight crop of something. So typically like a tight shot will be of a reaction shot from bridesmaids helping put on a dress, or a tight crop will be when you're delivering your vows. So that way we can really get in on that emotion. A mid shot will be a little bit wider, but not super wide. And that might be like as guests are arriving, that kind of thing, to maybe help set the tone for that part of it. And a wide shot will obviously be just that, like a really scenic wide to help put you in that venue or put you in this ballroom, put you in a certain space. It helps with the transition, and by putting those tights, mids, and wides together, we're also able to build a 3 or 4 shot sequence. Minimally 2, but those 3 to 4 shot sequences help move the edit along where we're able to get 4 great shots of the bride putting on the dress. Then we can move to 4 shots of the groom getting ready. 4 shots of the next thing, 4 shots of the next thing. So when we're moving along in these sequences of tights, mids, and wides of each of those things, and it helps with the edit and that flow back to our style, back to our overall composition of what we're looking for. Very important to us. If we're at the same focal length the entire time, you will see the same thing and not know where you are. If you're cutting to a reception, cutting to a hotel room, cutting to the ceremony, if you're at that same focal length, or if you're seeing the same amount in the picture, that's where that same focal length becomes a little bit distracting, because you can't tell, like, well, where is it? Well, where is this setting? So cutting to those tights, mids, and wides and shooting on different focal lengths is how we tell our story. And shooting for those sequences for each thing, like, during the prep, shooting for sequences, during your ceremony, shooting for the sequence with reaction shots, wide shots, guest arrival, officiant, different angles that we can piece together. That helps bring that sequence together. For the romantics, we love romantics. So shooting a wide, shooting a tight, shooting around you with some stabilization, using a tight and wide, using a silhouette, using the sun kind of moving in and around you, overexposing, underexposing. There's all kinds of things that we can put together to help build those sequences. And that subliminally becomes that composition that our clients are drawn to. And, like, again, selfishly, that's what we're drawn to, is piecing together that composition with tights, mids, and wides and telling the story through different focal lengths. So that's telling the story.